Hi everyone, it's Tish with Naptime Creations. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel, and if you're new, don't forget to subscribe. Today we're going to be making some resin art coasters, and these are the molds I'm going to be using. These are molds from Just For You Online UK, and I got them from Dryer Days Art Studio. I will link her information down below if you're in the US and want to get some. To color my resin, I'm going to be using this Pearl X Shimmer Violet pigment, Blanco Blanco Pinata alcohol ink, and a little bit of glitter. And I wanted to show you guys, sometimes I use an aluminum roasting pan to keep my pieces dust and debris free if they're smaller. And today I'm going to be using the Liquid Diamonds casting resin. It's a 2-to-1 ratio, so these molds are actually pretty big. I ended up mixing 15 ounces, so I poured in 5 ounces of my part B and 10 ounces of my part A. And I'm going to mix this up for 5 minutes, but you'll be able to see how much more clear, and it didn't have those like stringy lines in it. That's how you can tell it's good and mixed up. And when you're mixing, scrape the bottom of your cup, the sides, make sure you're really incorporating those two parts together, because if you don't mix it properly, then your pieces aren't going to cure and it's just no fun. So I always just stir it a little bit extra just to make sure it is nice and incorporated. So I'm going in with this chunky iridescent glitter. It's kind of like I don't even know what it is. It's like little pieces of kind of plastic. I don't know. I got these from Laura's Art Corner. She was doing a D-stash, and it's a really, really pretty thicker glitter. So for these coasters, to get the wispiness, your white needs to be 2 different densities. So on these pieces, what I did is I had 2 cups of clear for my white, and I did 2 drops in my first cup, and this second cup I did 5 drops of the white. And you can see the second cup is a little bit more opaque, so that one had more of the Blanco Blanco ink. I also made 2 cups of the Shimmer Violet, and I left a little bit of clear in my mixing cup, and then I also had another cup of clear set to the side because I'm going to be adding some white ignition dust by Just For You Online UK. So as you can see, I did a little dollop of clear in the middle, and then I'm going in with a little bit of more clear, and now this is the less dense white that I only did 2 drops of the Blanco Blanco in. See, you can tell it's a lot lighter than this cup that I'm going in with now. This one is the one that had 5 drops of the Blanco Blanco in it. See how much more opaque it is compared to the other one? Using the 2 different densities of white will give you some really, really nice effects in these coasters. Gives you some really nice wispiness. And here I'm going in with that Shimmer Violet, just kind of filling the molds up. Like I said, these molds are bigger. I want to say they're about 4.5 or anywhere from like 4 to 5 ounces each, depending on if you fill them all the way to the top or not. And I didn't say this earlier, but always make sure that your table or your space is level. This table actually has it's a folding table, and there's a dip in the middle of it, so I was having a hard time with my pieces being level here. They were wanting to run towards me, and you can kind of see that in the top 2 coasters. Like the little glitter that I put in the middle is slowly moving towards me, but always make sure that your space is level. Before, I thought I wasn't going to have a problem, but I ended up putting little popsicle sticks under these 2 top coasters to try to help them be more level. And that was the white ignition dust by Just For You Online UK. I just added a little scoop of that to some clear, and I'm pouring that in last just to give it a little bit of a sparkle. It will sink a little bit, so it just depends. I like to add it last because there's less chance of it all sinking if you do it that way. And now I'm just going in with a little bit more clear to get the molds filled up to the top where I want them to be. I went in with my heat gun on high heat and just moved them around a little bit. Just moved the colors around just to blend them and get them, get that white moving around a little bit, get some of the wispies going. So I'm just going to fill up a little bit more of that clear, and I will cover these up with my little upside down storage tote, and I'm gonna let them dry for 24 hours and I will show you what they look like when they're all nice and ready to be demolded. Now I'm all done adding the clear, so I'm going to raise this one up, like I said, with my little popsicle stick, try to make it a little bit more level. And I'm going to cover it up, and we'll see what it looks like tomorrow when they're all dry. So here they are, all nice and dry. Let's pop them out of the molds and see how they turned out. I think this one's my favorite because it's really got a lot of depth with the wispiness of the white. And you can see that ignition dust just gives it a little bit of sparkle. This one turned out really cool. You can still see the shimmer violet under there, so it gives it a really nice effect with that white, the Blanco Blanco. So to finish the bottoms of these coasters, what I like to do is just attach either a round piece of self-adhesive cork, and I get that off of Amazon, or I'll put some clear bumpers on the bottom, just about 3 or 4 bumpers, just so that way when they're sitting on a table they don't move around a lot. And also, when you're done with your molds, make sure you put them away. Don't leave them out. I like to keep them in a Ziploc bag just because they do attract every single piece of dust in your room. They're just like dust magnets, so I like to keep them covered at all times. But if you do ever end up, getting dust or anything in the molds, just take a piece of tape and just kind of put the tape down, sticky side down into the mold, and that will get them all nice and clean. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you liked it, and if you did, go ahead and leave me a like. Or another thing that will help me out is if you go watch a few more of my videos. I have some playlists linked down below, and I also made another coaster just like this, but it's more like emerald tones. So go check that one out. It was a lot of fun too. I will link it down below in the description. I hope you guys are all doing good and you're having a great day, and I will see you guys on Monday for another video. Bye.